enjoyed my little shopping trip up in Georgetown during the Christmas market along the main street. Georgetown was established during the gold rush around the 1850s, and a lot of the main street still has the old Victorian buildings, which I love so much. And of course, you saw that they really added to the Christmas ambiance up there with the Victorian carolers. They had an original Father Christmas, and the horse-drawn wagon was fun too. Really cute up there. And I mostly shared two stores, the International Shop and Ophelia's. And really quick, when I was at Ophelia's, I talked with one of the staff members, Ryan. The dialogue didn't come out, but we were discussing the origins of the inverted Christmas tree, which apparently is how the Christmas tree all got started. So I wanted to share with you what I have learned, and I'm pretty much just going to read some information here. It starts with basically two origin stories that I will share, and I'm pretty sure the last one is a little more accurate. But I'm going to start with the more Christianized origin. Okay, so origin story number one. Christian legend says that England's Saint Boniface, who traveled to Germany to teach in the 7th century, was furious when he saw pagans revering an oak tree. He hacked it down, but when he did, a fir tree sprang up on the spot. Boniface cut the fir and hung it upside down as a symbol of the Holy Trinity to the pagans. As more people converted to Christianity, it became more common for trees to be hung inside the home upside down during Advent by the 12th century. So that is origin story number one. Now, origin story number two makes a little more sense as to how the upside down Christmas tree started. This origin story basically starts pre-Christianity as a pagan tradition practiced in Germany and Poland, where they would hang an evergreen tree inside the home to keep away evil spirits and illness. And that was because they believed that plants and trees that stayed green throughout the winter held special properties. Now, what they would do is they'd bring the tree in and they would cut it into pieces. So they would cut off the top, hang the topmost part of the tree upside down from the ceiling rafters, and then they would decorate the doorways and walls with the rest of the branches of that tree. So they're basically cutting down a tree and using the entire tree. That makes sense. And if they're in a little house, where are they going to be hanging things from? They used to use their rafters to hang all sorts of utilitarian things. And so it makes sense that they would hang it from the rafters, because where else are they going to put the tree? They've got the ceiling and they've got the walls. So it makes total sense to me that it actually started not as a full Christmas tree, but just the top part. So eventually what I think happened is as the Christians started converting all of the local villages, somewhere along the lines, because of this Boniface story, the entire tree started being hung upside down. There was also an explanation that I read here regarding why they stopped hanging the tree upside down. That was from a book called Inventing Christmas, written by Bernard Brunner. And he said that we can blame the development of plastered ceilings as why we no longer see hanging trees. He explained that without rafters, the most the ceiling could bear was perhaps an Advent wreath or a wooden frame with candles. So that's how it goes. You stop having rafters in the ceiling and you can't hang an entire tree upside down. It'll take the roof in. So that's what I learned. What do you guys think about that? Now, the one thing I did bring home from Ophelia's was the little silver Victorian hand clip, and I am using it for the postcard that I had up on the mantle. If you saw my Christmas decor video, So now this is going to be a nice little display stand for my postcard, because before it was just leaning against the silver plate cup up there. So now it has its own little stand. And I thought it would be just a fun little take home. Plus, it's harder to find silver ones. I can find brass larger hands, but the silver is a little harder to find. So I thought it would be a fun little present. Well, Mr. Agenda ended up buying it for me. So a fun little Christmas present and memory to take home from our trip up to Georgetown. So that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And until I see you again, bye for now.